Next up, at UFC St. Louis, we have Joaquin Buckley in the co-main event. He asked for a main event. If you remember the press conference for UFC 300, Joaquin Buckley got the microphone, asked Dana White, "Hey, Dana, you don't have a main event? Put me in the main event, St. Louis, woo!" And Dana just literally ignored it and walked away. But they did announce just a short while later that he would be the co-main event. He's taking on Nursulton Ruziboev. This is a very interesting matchup for two reasons. One, this fight is at 170 pounds, and Nursulton Ruziboev is a tremendous human being. I know he's made 170 in the past, but he's had almost no success at 170. But this is at 170. Two, both of these gentlemen just fought at UFC Atlantic City. The both of them just fought a month ago or less than a month ago. This is a very quick turnaround for both of them, let alone in a co-main event spot, let alone with an extra 15 pounds or weight cutting. And frankly, I should probably put a little more credence into that than I am. But we got Joaquin Buckley at 18-6. He's 3-2 in his last 5, and he is undefeated at 170 pounds. He's taking on Nursulton Ruziboev, 13-8. And Furt was 34. 34-8. 5-0 in his last 5. He is on a 10-fight win streak. Joaquin Buckley, as we all know, an insanely powerful striker. He has tons of movement, good forward pressure. He cuts angles well. He's got the power. He's gotten more comfortable recently, not just chasing knockouts. He's done well working takedowns into his arsenal. He's got plenty of cardio. He's a former middleweight that worked down to 170, and he is undefeated there. He's looked better and better in every one of those fights. Most recently, he finished Vicente Luque, where I thought he looked spectacular. A lot of people don't share that thought for some reason. A lot of people think he just looked okay. I thought he looked fantastic in that fight. And I mentioned he's taking on Nursulton Ruziboev, who also just fought a month ago. This guy's a wrestling and grappling beast, and you might not believe that because you might have only seen his 2 fights in the UFC where he's knocking people out. But he is a grappler and a wrestler, a nasty one at that. And he'll get you to the ground any way that he needs to. He'll shoot a blast double. He'll catch a kick. Whatever opportunity he has when he wants to, he will get you to the ground. On the ground, he's very aggressive. He's always transitioning. He's always looking for a finish. He's got fantastic BJJ. No control, though. But he's not just some crotch-sniffing wrestler. You've seen in the UFC. He's got some big power. He'll hang out for a striking match. He will touch you up, and he will get it done. He just knocked out SD Dumas. There was an eye poke in there that kind of threw it off, but it was very clear that he was piecing up ST before that. This is a great matchup. These are two very high-level guys. Nursulton going down to 170, I mentioned, is of concern to me because at 185, he looks great. He's big. He doesn't look undersized. At 170, and he has fought there before, he's had almost no success. Do you remember the stat? You texted it to me. What was his 170 record? Like 1-5 or something?
No, he's won plenty at 170, but I think 7 of his 8 losses are at 170.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what it is. Most of his losses are at 170. And this is going to be, there's a lot of questions to be answered here because he is huge. And if he looks as good at 170 as Joaquin does, meaning doesn't skip a beat with the cardio, makes the weight, plenty of movement, ready to go, Nursulton is going to run away, be the pick here. But I have an insane amount of respect for Joaquin Buckley, what he's been doing, how he's been doing it. He's got the higher level of competition, all the things. The only reason I am going to slightly lean Nursulton here is because you guys know I love my wrestlers, let alone a giant one. A 6'5" wrestler that can work against the cage, hold Joaquin there, take him down when he needs to. I'm going to slightly lean Nursulton here. I've picked that dude 2 times. I've been successful 2 times. I'm going to pick him a 3rd time. But Joaquin Buckley is a big, big, big test. And I do believe in, and I think you do too, I believe in the energy. I believe in the streak. Joaquin Buckley right now is feeling the best he's ever felt. And I think all that confidence is going to come with him into this fight. But I'm still going to lean the giant 6'5" wrestler, but I'm not betting on this fight. I've got too much respect for Joaquin Buckley to trust my money with Nursulton Ruziboev going down in weight. Jakey boy.
It's over, Angelo.
Okay. Well, there's 4 more games if things go well. 5, I mean, if things go well. At least 1 more.
Well, at least 2 more, Angelo. It's a best of 7.
Even better. So I don't know why we're screaming. That game too. But
You know
let's
what?
go ahead.
I think you're right. You know what? Home court. They were supposed to win those, right? They got the home games, right? They're supposed to be up 2-0. Now it's back. Now it comes back to Indiana. Now that's where we shine. Then we take Game 5. Then we're back home for Game 6, and we win it in 6, Angelo. Just like the Pacers are going to win it at home in 6. This dude Buckley's at home, isn't he? In the STL. This dude's been calling for this shot. Wanted this shot. And I'm telling you right now, when I saw this line, when I saw this breakdown, let me just be completely transparent and honest with everyone in front of Buckley, in front of Angelo, in front of God and everybody. I was one of the biggest Buckley haters in the entire world. Love him as a person. Fun guy, right? He's a fun, voluptuous gentleman. There's no doubt about that. But as a fighter, I could not stand him. I thought he was a little bit overrated. I had Vicente picked against him. He came in, he smokes Vicente, and then I start breaking down this fight, and I'm like, oh, of course Buckley's gonna lose. You're giving me Ruzi at plus money? This fucking monster that just smoked SD? Oh my God, I saw these odds. I thought they were fucking fake, Angelo. I was about to load the boat on Ruzi and make it my lock of the week, and it was gonna be the greatest call of all time. Then I sat down and I thought about it. Right, because I've said 2024 is the year that we put our biases aside. I reassessed the situation. I understood that Ruzi coming down to 170, little bit short notice, just a few weeks notice. Buckley coming in, co-main event in the STL in his hometown. And I said, you know what? What did we say, Angelo? Or what did I say when we were sitting on that couch and we were watching Caio fight Paul Craig? I said, stop fucking respecting this guy. Every time you land on this guy, you're hitting him. Stop respecting this guy. Just get in his fucking face and punch him in his fucking face. I believe that SD Dumas came into that fight against Ruzi and was like, oh no. Like, what do I do? I'm scared. I don't know how to hit this guy. I don't know how to, he's a long dude. I don't know how to approach this fight. And he was just making these reads on Ruzi, or Ruzi was able to make the reads on him, and he was able to land these counter shots that ultimately put him away. Obviously, some eye pokes in there as well. You know what Buckley's not going to do? He's not going to stand there and stare at Ruzi. Right? He's not going to stand there at range and be like, oh, how do I fight this guy? Oh my God, how do I get inside this guy? Right? He's going to be fired up. Co-main event. He's going to get in this dude's face. He don't give a fuck about this dude. This skinny fucking turd. No way. He's going to get in this dude's face. And I would not be surprised if we see Buckley come in, shoot a takedown. This dude, Ruzi. Oh my God, my guard is so good. Let me throw my legs up. Come into my guard. It's so good. I've got arm bars. I've got triangles. I've got all these submissions off my back. Guess what? This is the fucking UFC, motherfucker. Buckley ain't gonna play that bullshit. You get taken down by Buckley, you're gonna be eating fucking elbows. I think Buckley is gonna turn this dude into a jiu-jitsu fucking pussy. He is gonna break this dude, and this dude, Buckley, I'm fully on the train. Choo-choo! Let's get Buck in here. He's gonna smoke this dude either in the first or the second round. TKO. Show up for the STL. Get it done. I'm fully on board the Buck train from here on out. I said before this fight I could never bet against him again, and I changed my mind. I said I'm never picking against this motherfucker again. He's proved me wrong too many times. It's Buckley until I fucking die. He smokes this dude. Let's move on to the main event.
A lot of people in the comments seem to feel that this is a setup for Buckley, that he's getting punished for the UFC 300 comment. I disagree. I think Buckley can absolutely win this fight. I'm on the giant 6'5" wrestler side. That's the side that I'm on. But, I mean, Joaquin Buckley has the higher level of competition. Joaquin Buckley certainly has the same, if not better power. He's certainly faster. I just think Nursulton's going to be able to slow the pace. I'm not betting on this fight. I will watch the weigh-ins, and you should too. And you know who else is going to watch the weigh-ins? Minty Betts. And you know what Minty Betts does? Minty Betts is a part of We Want Picks. She watches the weigh-ins, and she does a full weigh-in recap. She'll talk about every fighter, how they looked, what they weighed, all of that stuff. This is a very important fight to watch on the scales. A very important fight, because if Nursulton shows up looking great mood, all smiles, ready to go at 170, 6'5", that might be worth the money. For now, we're going to leave it alone. Fight Club is just dead wrong. I did do the tape. That's how I know he's a wrestler. You have not done the tape. You watched a couple of his quick finishes, and he's got some power in his hands. You've seen him do some grappling when he got taken down. He is a wrestler. He will shoot blast doubles up the middle. He will catch kicks. He is a wrestler. So you want to say I don't watch tape? That's an absurd thing to say, especially in my live chat. Sounds like you want to be going. $8,700 in DraftKings. I'm assuming you trust your buddy Buckley.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. There you go. $7,500. I will stick on the Nursulton side. I think there's some good money on that side. I think especially if he gets his wrestling going, because he is a wrestler, and anybody with more than 30 seconds of tape study will find those fights and see the wrestling and watch him shoot the takedowns. And more importantly, listen to the commentary. The commentary is very important. That's where you pick up the little facts like 5-time ex-champion and this wrestling credential. You pick up the facts in the commentary, especially on the regional scene. So there you go. You fuck whistle.
That guy's a fucking loser.
Are we talking about the dude who said he watched tape?
I'm talking about your own Nursulton Ruziboev guy.
I'll bet you on this one too.
You have no money, Angelo. You're betting with no money. You have no money.
First
Zero
of all,
money. I've taken all your money in the last 2 or 3 months. Every
bet
single
openly money, not my real money. Bet openly money, which is my real money. But the way you worded that makes it sound like I'm going to lose my house. We're talking about bet openly here. I will deposit more money because you're right. You did win.
All right, when that happens, because you've been talking about, we couldn't bet last week. I had many bets I wanted to place last week. You're like, oh, I don't have any. Oh, I'll make a deposit. So when you do that, then you can talk to me. Until then, shut the fuck up, okay?
Yeah, I'd be angry too if I just screamed into a microphone, ruined half the show, and then my team lost anyway. You fucking clown. WeWantPicks.com. We Want Picks. Yeah, things are going well. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. It is only $10 for an entire month worth of access. You're going to get the picks, the bets, the round line leans, the optimizer, and more for $10 an entire month. Before you go, let me give you $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets and signs up with any one of our affiliate partners gets $50 as a thank you. Use the link, sign up, make a deposit. We send you $50 as a thank you.